This is a public service announcement for all comedy stage hypnotists, street hypnotists and volunteers. If you see videos like this, be warned, that is dangerous. Everything you have pretty much seen there is dangerous. The fact is, there is only one course on the planet that goes to the depth that's required in terms of health and safety, duty of care, laws and licensing, insurance issues, and all the stuff that keeps you, but more importantly, your volunteers safe, both physically, psychologically, emotionally, and on all levels, as well as teaching you everything there is to know about the actual techniques of stage and street hypnosis, and the link will be above or below this video. Beware videos where people are just dropping on the floor. It's dangerous. People get hurt, people get sued, and people are made bankrupt for their incompetence, and quite rightly so as well. Heck, in 1951 thereabouts, Peter Casson in England had to fight to save stage hypnosis because of the incompetence of an American stage hypnotist, Ralph Slater, who ultimately did not remove suggestions properly from an audience member's mind, who'd volunteered, and also did not fully make sure they felt better afterwards than they did before. And this led very closely to stage hypnotism being banned. But Peter fought and lobbied Parliament and managed to save it, which is why we ended up with the 1952 Hypnotism Act here in England. Now, you may not be in England, fair enough. However, duty of care laws, health and safety laws, and related safety and well-being and competency laws apply in pretty much all civilised countries in the world, even if they don't specifically mention hypnosis. They're relevant to anyone running any business or any entertainer. Talking of safety, laughably, the International Stage Hypnotist Association in America yesterday, the 6th of December 2023, posted that it made a statement about hypnotists doing full-body catalepsy. And indeed they have on their site. Full-body catalepsy, or the human bridge, is something that in the 90s I did at the end of every show, despite the fact that it's explicitly banned by the 1952 Hypnotism Act, or at least it is if you're doing a comedy stage hypnosis show. There are loopholes that allow it to be performed legally and lawfully. And that's good, because the truth is that when it's done correctly, it's got no correlation with hypnosis whatsoever, because it's a simple body trick and you can learn it from a book called Body Magic by John Fisher that was published in circa 1979. Let's have a look at me doing it a few times. Remember, these clips are from early to mid to late 90s. There is a reason why I always sat on them or stood on them. And that is because I know exactly where to sit, stand, place my hands in order to make the weight distribution, because that's all it is, a physical, physiological, it's like a cantilever bridge basically. And as long as you go in the right place, and you'll notice I also take my shoes off, so there was no heels that could hurt them. In other words, I mitigated the risk, used risk assessment to make it as safe as possible. And I also checked with everybody in advance that they did not have any back problems or physical disabilities or any other reasons that would contraindicate doing such. But this isn't hypnosis. It can be passed off and performed as such, but it isn't. And yeah, the way many people do it is extremely dangerous, because they get members of the audience to stand or sit on the people, and they don't coach the people properly. In any event, if these guys really wanted to make stage hypnosis safe, you know what they should do? Post a statement saying that nobody under the age of 18 should ever be hypnotised. Like the one I posted yesterday, the 6th of December 2023 on my blog. You can find the link above or below this video. Clearly says why it should be illegal worldwide to hypnotise anyone under the age of 18 for entertainment purposes. There is a video there, and in that video I explain exactly why I truly, genuinely and sincerely believe that the British UK 1952 Hypnotism Act should be made tighter and more stringent for the safety of the general public, and also that the contents of it, once tightened up, should be made law worldwide so that no comedy stage hypnotist, street hypnotist or person using hypnosis for entertainment purposes could ever hypnotise anyone legally or lawfully under the age of 18 for the reasons I mention on the blog page above or below this video. I speak from over 3 decades of experience. I started doing hypnotherapy in 1989, stage hypnosis shows in 1990. I performed in show business since 1978. You can see my career resume at magicalguru.co.uk. I've arguably taught more of the now successful working on 5-star cruise ships, in capacity theatre venues and other high-class events around the world, comedy stage hypnotist, than any other living hypnosis trainer. And I say you should not hypnotise anyone under the age of 18 for entertainment purposes. It could cause them long-term psychological damage and mental health issues for the reasons I explain at the link above or below this video. But guess what? The International Stage Hypnosis Association is never going to recommend stopping doing that because it's run by Americans, and the Americans make a whole bunch of money doing high school shows, school shows, state fairs where they regularly have children ages 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on stage. Shouldn't be happening. There's a damn good reason why the 1952 Hypnotism Act in England originally, when set up, said that you couldn't hypnotise people under the age of 21, because in 1952 that was the age of you were considered an adult. It's now changed, saying that only people who are aged 18 or above should be hypnotised for entertainment purposes, and I completely agree, and it's all explained at the links above or below this video. You do well to study the transparency template as well, which is on offer at the links above or below this, if you want to be truly confident, competent and safe and abiding by the law, and you want to make sure that you do not invalidate your insurance. Remember, I lived through the 1993 experience of somebody dying several hours after a comedy stage hypnosis show. Not performed by me, it was somebody called Andrew Vincent, and the lady who passed was called Sharon Taban, the daughter of Margaret Harper, who set up the campaign against stage hypnotists. And in 94, I was featured on TV shows, radio shows, in the media worldwide for months and months and months and months, defending stage hypnotists, and I helped to save it. I was one of the people who helped save it, otherwise it could have been banned completely then, just as it very nearly got banned completely in circa 1950-51 period before the 52 Hypnotism Act was brought in after Ralph Slater's incompetent antics. And if you don't abide by them to the letter, if anyone was ever to make a claim against you, whether for physical or psychological or emotional damage, whether true or fake, is irrelevant. The fact is, you'd likely find that your insurance, whether on the professional indemnity or public liability level, was invalidated due to you not having abided by every letter of all relevant health and safety and duty of care and or hypnosis related laws and regulations, because it's not just England where there are laws and regulations that apply, and they're things that we cover on the transparency template. Basically, if you're a stage hypnotist, street hypnotist, or even a magician or mentalist who combines a bit of hypnosis or suggestion work in their public performances, then if you've not studied the transparency template, there's a very good chance you're probably breaking the law without realising it, or at the very least invalidating your public liability and professional indemnity insurance. I assume you've got them, yeah? Don't assume that your insurance as a magician covers you. It's got to specifically state that it covers for whilst people are in the so-called hypnotic trance, which is a bit of a farce given that that can't be defined. But in law, certainly in England, it's defined as also including anything intended to heighten the suggestibility of the volunteer. So it's a big minefield, but it's one that no one else is teaching properly. And if you see videos like the one you've just seen, people dropping on the floor, not even being caught, just being allowed to drop and potentially hit their heads on the stage or the floor, then stay well and truly clear would be my advice. Check out the link above or below this video. The transparency template, incidentally, is part of the Stage Hypnosis Platinum package, which there is, at the time of making this video, on the 7th of December, a 48-hour flash sale on, where you can get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of training, including the transparency template, that will make you a far more confident and competent comedy stage hypnotist, and it's at a fraction of its normal price. So check out the links above or below this video. Stay safe, everybody. Bye for now.